All right, guys. So I arrived at my destination. I'm very, very tired right now as I record this. That's why I'm not even moving the camera. It's because, you know, I'm beat. One thing that travel, especially if you're traveling to a place where the hijra is real, like you're making hijra, you're a muhajirin. Um, it it's not supposed to be easy. That's the thing. I wish it was easy, but I mean, maybe there wouldn't be a lesson in that if it was easy. You know, that's what I will have to say. But as I reflect on certain things that have happened to me over the last couple of days, I realize a few things about my travels. One, you have to plan ahead, but also you have to have so much trust in Allah, even with your plans ahead. Um, and you know, certain things happened on a whim too. Sometimes when you're traveling too, certain things happen on a whim, and you're like, oh crap, like you're like, oh, how did that happen? Um, it, travel, especially when you're by yourself, it brings it. Okay, when you're traveling for like a purpose, and what I mean by purpose, when you're traveling for like hijra, really trying to set up shop somewhere else, really trying to establish yourself somewhere else, it brings out different things in you. You know what I mean? And I and that's I am here right now. It's bringing out different things in me. Um, so far, I am, I can't even sleep right now, but I will go to sleep soon, inshallah, because I'm probably still jet lagged. That's the thing. I've been hella jet lagged the past couple of days. I've been jet lagged, and I've been jet lagged. But what I will say is this: I know I'm all over the place. Astaghfirullah, may Allah forgive me. I know I'm all over the place, but starting over is definitely different. And the way I did it was very unorthodox. When I say unorthodox, I mean every sense of the word, to the point where I have to go to my country's embassy to actually, get a new passport, get a new Alliance of the Sahel passport. That's another story in itself. But what I will say is that this has really, really increased the need for me to do certain things as well. I mean, I might as well tell you where I am. The reason why I couldn't really give you some footage of the airport that I arrived at is uh, largely due to the red tape. There was red tape, especially they're like, although my country and their country, they have good relations. Uh, there was red tape because of the simple fact that, you know, they're trying to just make sure people are, not bringing any bad elements into the country. You know what I mean? Where I am. So, without further ado, I will tell you I am in the enemy of the United States. I am in Russia as we speak. Um, Proof of this, yeah, I don't like doing this though. Proof of this is I have rubles. These are rubles. This is the current currency. And I have a lot more rubles though. Like I have a lot of rubles. But yes, this is where I am and this is where I plan to stay. Without giving away too much, my plan is to set up two bases between here and Africa, because home is where, you know, you can never, you know, as bad as Africa is, you know, you can never, you know, you can never abandon it, you know. And I mean, I hate to say it, but us in the, as they say, Japa, us who Japa, which I am doing right now, Japa, um, we have an obligation to build the homeland. You know, we have obligations still, even wherever we're at, no matter where we're at. Um, my content, however, in the future will mostly be about, mostly, you know, highlight festivals. You know, I am going to visit some Sufi sites here as well. The reason why I chose this part of Russia is because they actually said there were Sahaba buried here. May Allah be more pleased with them. And yes, I will take my friend's advice. He has said, you know, get out and don't come back. That's what he said. I've been, you know, certain people, I have had mentors, you know, when I told them like about the Hijra in the beginning, I told him like, you know, I want to make Hijra, I want to make Hijra. And he just told me to do it. Um, and, you know, yes, it's hard. Yes, I'm in, yeah, yes, it's hard, bro. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. It's hard. You have to really have a different trust in Allah that has never been seen before. But I will, you know, do that. I will do that. Since being here, there's a new energy, there's a new spiritual energy in the air, and what have you. And you know, with that energy, I just have to really make use of it, and you know, and just really be, you know, be. Sorry, I'm stuttering over my words, but be a be, how should I put it? A testament. Yes, be a testament to, you know, being a success story in the Hijra, you know, doing something that, you know, made God proud, not only made God proud, but made me proud, you know. I'm not going to really, I'm going to end this video. I know it's kind of short, but I'm not going to make any content in pertaining to the women. I'm not going to do that. Although I will say that they are, I will say this in my little interaction with them, when it comes to femininity, when it comes to patience, their level, their steps, they're about, I would say, 1,000 steps ahead of the women in the West. aspects, you know, in many aspects. But I'm not going to do what the quote unquote passport bros do. I'm not going to do that. In fact, I may not even show women on my thing. I may not even show them. You know, I'm thinking of not doing that. There was actually this one woman who, or this one guy who had the audacity to say that, like, Kenyan women, they kind of just melt in your arm on some cringe things. Yeah, I'm not doing that content, you know. And as I said in the last video, as you know, my content coming thus forth may be boring to people, you know, because again, you know, these women, they're not going to change. That's the bottom line. But anyhow, I'll catch you on the next one. I'll probably make a video tomorrow. Fuller signing out. Njawdama.